like a lot for me. It's so different being in different people's homes. Like coming in another person's home is a lot. It's so different. It's like different energies. It's so interesting in here. Like, I just feel like when you in somebody's home, I just feel like it's such a sacred place. I just get nervous. The lady that was just here said she normally just eats a waffle, so I was called at 4 o'clock in the morning. I literally was up eating like a little snack, and I'm like, who is calling my phone? Child, it's the company talking about can you come in? Someone called her. I'm like, do y'all normally call people 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm thinking something wrong. She's an artist. She literally has like a better view than me. Like, so nice. Oh my gosh. Some spinach and some cod. She was like, oh my God, this is so good. She said, this is how Mom used to make it. Okay. This is out of this world. I'm so glad you like it.
The spinach, I love the spinach.
Well, you said your birthday was coming up, and I might not see you guys, so I wanted to make something nice.
What, Mom?
I said, I know your birthday is soon, so I wanted to make something nice.
Well, the birthday is Monday.
I know.
Is when?
Monday.
Not Tuesday, Monday.
I know when my birthday is. It's Monday. I'll be 95.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can come. And then after dinner, I have to call my sister.
Okay.
Am I heavy?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's all right.
What?
You're okay. Wait, let's push you back.
Yeah, I'm not back enough.
Perfect.
You know what?
Yes.
If I could clone you, I would keep you here forever. And I don't think your family would like that.
Oh my goodness.
Let me.
I wound up stopping at Wawa. You know when you go to Wawa, you gotta get their lemonades. This is one of my faves. One of my favorite YouTubers put me onto this, and I was like, girl, This shit is good. I got a tuna sub. Yeah, this don't look half bad. It's alright. Let me take a bite. Shifts really be too long. 12-hour shifts. And you just be sitting there. Because she be wanting to sleep. All of them be wanting to sleep or just watch TV. You're not supposed to go to sleep, so I'm not supposed to go to sleep. Let me eat. I was thinking about doing a bubble bath, but I ain't got energy for that. Good morning. It is early and I'm up and I feel energized. Listen, this work thing has been very weird at the end of the month. I feel like everybody is in some form of a recession. So work has been up and down. Like I keep running into like situations, but however, I feel so refreshed because, you know, being out and, you know, getting some air, being around other people because I'm always in the house and actually being able to get stuff done. I totally love it. Like, you know what I mean? Moving around, like getting a little bit of exercise. Like, even though it was really hot at my client's house, it was hot. It was a lot of picking her up and down. I never picked a human being up and down. I'm telling you, this is the era of doing new things. In order to get what you want, you got to do something that you've never done, okay? And when I tell you picking her up and down in that hot room, she had her heat on. She had a personal heater on. All the doors and windows were shut. I was so hot, okay? And picking her up and down is just like a strength within itself. But I got energy for some reason. I came home, I ate something, I laid down. But now I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, let me do my laundry. I try to do my laundry at least maybe twice a week. Only because when in my own place, I didn't have a washer and dryer. So now I don't let anything pile up. I ain't even gonna hold you. I do overwash sometimes. I don't allow anything to sit. Girl, what is she doing now? Y'all know I maintenance my wigs, so I washed out that bob, and now I'm thinking about my look for the holidays. So I pulled out my longer bob with the side part, and I said I'm gonna curl it so it can be ready for next week. That way all I gotta do is put it on. So I'm gonna do that a little later on camera. But right now, I just washed it with the Bio Silk and conditioned it with Bio Silk. Rinsed it with a little apple cider vinegar water. And now, the lace is clean, the hair is clean. And it can take on to styling a lot better, basically. So that's what I'm doing right now. While it's drying, I'm washing my clothes. And I'm going to take a little nap, because I know when I wake up, I'm going to want to blow dry and style my hair and get ready basically for the holiday weekend, because Christmas is in a couple days and the weekend is right before it. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And just in case I get invited out, or when I go to my family house for the holidays, I want to make sure everything is Gucci. I'm going to have to blow dry it later, but I want it to be at least 50% dry, because I really can't stand blow drying it when it's soaking wet. But it's best to detangle as you go. That way you ain't got to be tugging on your lace so much. And I may have to fix the combs in the back. So this is why it's good to just maintenance your shit, because you spend so much money on this hair. Hair is like probably at this point $1 billion industry, but you spend so much money on it, you might as well maintain it. That bob is losing a lot of lace. Well, a lot of hair out of the lace. My God. This really helps you determine what you need, honestly. Because you might need a new closure, or you might need a new unit, or just touch up some tracks. Utilize what you got, honestly. Teddy bands and some clippies. Hello. Oh, this morning my man exclusively introduced me to some good extra loving. He was licking and sucking on everything just the way he should. This morning my man's extra loving was so good. So we laid there sweaty, sex funky, happy as we want to be, loving exclusively, my man and me, all night, all morning. So our stomachs were growling hungrily. So I jumped up and ran to the store with hopes of coming back and getting a little more of this morning's good extra loving. At the market, people were pushing and shoving, trying to be the next in line. The turn was mine. The new girl at the counter, she was cute, but not as cute as me. Was this some type of women intuition? Some type of insecurity? Nah, because my man was happy at home loving me exclusively. So I shook my head. What's up? She smiled. Rung me up. Orange juice, $3.29. Croissants, $4.85. She sniffed. He sniffed. And sniffed. And sniffed. And sniffed again. And then replied, Raheem. Right? Right. Who love a little Jill Scott? Me. Anyway, so 2 topics while we get into the hair thing. So I have a renewed sense of joy and happiness right now. So y'all know I had my client yesterday. She is turning 95 this Christmas. Her birthday is on a holiday basically. So I thought that was very interesting. And she was like, a lot of people kind of forget to celebrate her birthday because everybody is pretty much celebrating the holiday. So she had shared some things which I feel like is personal. Even though she's older, she still has personal business, right? So when she shared some things with me about her just overall happiness with, you know, like we all have ups and downs with life. I feel like with her, these need to cool down. I've started to cool things down. These go up to 450. I want them to go down at least to like a 370 perhaps. They cool down instantly, they heat up instantly. But I've been burning my hair on my wigs basically, and I don't like that, okay? So I'm starting to think, shit, if my regular hair can't take it, these human hair wigs surely can't. So she was sharing with me like personal stuff about, you know, her ups and downs in life and like how she feels about things. I'm just gonna say things. And I was like, I felt so bad because here I am in my 30s and I'm so like over stuff and I'm giving up easily and things are breaking me down and I feel depressed. And this lady, you know, even though I feel like no age has a cap, like, you get what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, she's pretty much tired in terms of not exhaustion, well, probably exhaustion, but pretty much tired of everything, right? So I'm like, no, you still have time. You still have celebrations. You still have family that love you and come and check on you every day. And she's just like, no, I just feel like, you know, expired my time here. And I'm like, no, you have not expired your time here. You have helped me. I have been in a depression. You've made me smile. And it doesn't matter the age. You've made me smile. And I said, you make everyone's day. Like, people was coming to her apartment, like people that lived on her floor. Her sister was visiting. That was the other voice that y'all heard, because I didn't want to have them on camera, because really I was working, like, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to have the camera in their face. So her sister had came to visit and stuff like that. And she even upset her sister saying some of the things that she had said. So she said, well, how long am I supposed to live? Like, basically. And I'm like, well, you are 95 years, you know, of this earth, but there's people that live to 120. And she was like, oh, God, no. And I'm like, no, yes, people live to 120, healthy, still talking, still interacting, still watching their nieces and nephews and cousins and, grandkids. And, they're still watching things grow. And I feel like her wisdom just was so beautiful. As I feel like with every person that I meet that's older, I am like a sponge when I'm around them because number one, they teach you how to stay of this earth, how to be alive and healthy. The lady was eating fruits, veggies, dark chocolate. She was still eating butter, but unsalted butter. She was basically very healthy, not obese in any type of way. And still, like, her mind was still intact. Even though she was older, even though sometimes she was slightly forgetful, but it wasn't as much as I've seen from other people that don't practice some of the things that I see her practicing. She eats avocado, she eats pears, apples, bananas. She has avocado toast. She eats fish, fresh fish, and vegetables, and things of that nature. It's not a whole bunch of seasonings in her cabinet. And I've learned that in moderation, if you have a little bit of this and that, you're okay. You know what I mean? And also, she was a big reader. Her whole room that I was in, and it was called the TV room, was filled with books from topics from here to there, from art, Chinese art, because she was really into art, Japanese art, as you've seen. I didn't show you everything because, like I said, this was her home. But oh my God, she is a beautiful artist. She had portraits of herself, portraits of others, and she just, you see that she reads a lot. She went to college, things of that nature. I don't know why I said college like that, but yeah, she was like a heavy reader. And I feel like with her, I have an older aunt, and I have two older aunts. One who kind of just sat idle, quiet, never really like engaged in a whole bunch of people around her, never let a whole bunch of people come into her home to uplift her. And I see one aunt that it's not that interactive, more so an introvert, and she has Alzheimer's basically. Then I have another auntie, excuse my background, but then I have another auntie that, okay. Oh, that's the dumpster. But then I have another auntie that reads all the time, very into reading. She eats in moderation. She has visitors all the time. She's always calling people on the phone, to pass time. She goes outside for fresh air every now and again, and she still goes out. So I feel like with that alone just speaks volumes of how you should live your life. Don't always stay in some type of slump. Don't always feel like, just don't always have those emotions of giving up. Still eat healthy, eat in moderation. If it's something that you like, a slice of cake, something sweet. The lady had something sweet. She had like little Italian pastries in her home, just to taste, just to have one or two. You can still do those things. It's so ironic that the night before I was eating on the dark chocolate that I had when I made the hot chocolate, and she had the same chocolates, and those chocolates are known to stimulate the brain, help with memory health, and all of the things. So I say just do things in moderation. She didn't have a whole bunch of sugar in her house. So with that type of stuff, I'm learning from these people. You can't throw away our elderly. Our elderly, they're so smart. They're so full of wisdom. They see a different beauty of life. You know what I mean? She's been here for almost 100 years. My other aunt, she's been here for close to almost 80 plus years. So when I say what I say, there's like it's just some things that you learn, and I feel so refreshed and so youthful, you know, because I forget that my youth is still here. Even though all of the accomplishments that I want out of life is not still here, my youth is still here. So I woke up just with a different type of renewing of the mind, renewing of my energy, because I just been in a slump. This is my bedroom. I've been in this bedroom for almost, I want to say, just 8 days, just sleeping, depressed, down, not wanting to be bothered, answering the phone seldomly, eating here and there, not staying hydrated. And I feel like that's when your mind just say, you're not utilizing these things, you're not stimulating these things. So why don't we just, you know, whatever cells, just get away with it, because you're not utilizing it. And if you keep continuing that over time, I feel like you're not going to have those things in the long run if you're not stimulating those things over time. So if there's something that you can do, get up, you know, like I'm doing now, doing my hair, prepping for the week, you know, working, stuff like that. It's like you have to do stuff, you know, having a hobby, having a thing that you love. So it's just so interesting. And then just seeing her art and those antique pieces, you know what I mean, all around. Don't think that your talent goes without observation. Like, people see what you do and people love what you do. Like, everybody came to her house like, oh my God, that piece is nice. Oh my God, that table is beautiful. You know, and they're just, it's conversation pieces. And it's like, you can pass those pieces down and you can have a story to tell. And this portrait of her that I seen in her home, I wish I can show you guys. It's just like her eyes, and she has the same eyes, like no matter the age, it's like those eyes that were on that portrait and the beauty that she had then is still there. Like, even with the wrinkles and everything, I just felt like I've never seen a person that has such a blessing, you know, all this time, and then say that I feel like I'm tired. And you're entitled to feel like you're tired. You're entitled to feel like you're drained. You're entitled to your feelings. But it's just like seeing it after that long run of life, and me feeling so down over time, and I have to speak encouragement into, I don't have to, but I feel like I needed to speak encouragement into someone that's already been there and done that. I'm like, you still have a lot of life to live. You don't know that these people that's coming in and helping you, you don't know what type of beauty and wisdom that you're showing them. And you can live to 120. You can live to 130, you know. What do they call it? Octarians or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's people that live well past 100. And I feel like if you can do it, do it. And all I could finish out with her was, your sister loves you. You know, she comes over here to see you. And these are like wealthy, you know, Caucasian women. But I've been in homes where it's all different ethnic backgrounds. It was not just ethnically, the races alone, just the color, the traditions that they practice, you know, the cultures and stuff. I've seen all different people with wisdom and age. And it's like, we don't want to see you go, no matter, you know, how old. You know what I mean? So more of the story is, live your life. You know, it is possible to have happiness and beauty at any age. And that's the one thing that I love about doing the home care thing. It's not my, you know, it's not my business. It's definitely not my LLC. I'm not getting overly jazzy, But they asked to see my pictures. Like, they see me looking at my phone. They're like, oh, is that you on your phone? I'm showing her Instagram. She has never seen Instagram. I'm trying to teach her how to scroll. She don't even know how to scroll. She just taps and holds it. I'm like, no, you got to scroll. And she's seeing, like, stuff that y'all do. And she's like, oh, my God. Like, I wish I had something like this when I was that age. And she's like, you're gorgeous. She said, I know you drive the men crazy. And we'll get into that in a minute. And I'm like, please. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about these men right now. She said, you are beautiful. Your skin is beautiful. Like, she just kept giving me all these compliments. And I just felt so like restored with what I needed. And she didn't want me to leave. She liked my energy too. So I don't know if y'all feeling this segment of the conversation, but please do not throw away your old people. Theoretically, I really would love to see y'all take on wisdom. You appreciate your family and friends that are older. Call them, because she was mentioning like some of her younger nieces don't even call. I'm pretty sure in some type of way these people are in their will. You know what I mean? So show some love, show some appreciation, because I surely got a handful from her. And I'm very good for still talking to my aunts, still going out to eat with my aunties, my older aunties, still checking on my older aunties. Y'all see it all the time. If I'm not with my homegirls on, you know, celebratory moments, I'm with my old heads in the family. I complain about that all the time to my younger cousins. I'm like, y'all can show up because I'm always with them. But like, I got so much respect for my older people just from being around family and stuff like that. So God bless you for stuff like that. So it is what it is. About the boys, I've had the situation and we've talked about it before, and I'm pretty much spinning the block on this person, period. So remember my clip where I was like, I'm over these niggas? Well, remember my clip where I was like, I'm over these men, okay? I basically don't want to keep messing with somebody for years on end with no commitment, basically. Child, why did he slide in my DM? Because we're not friends on social media no more, because I unfollowed him and unfriended him on Facebook and Instagram. Why did he weasel his way back in with some type of message request because we're not friends? Talking about some, hey, beautiful. Child, I don't know if it was, you know how before that time of the month, you're excited to do things. I don't know what that is. I guess it's ovulation. And you just extra excited down there. So I wound up responding to him, and I'm like, what's up, what's tea? And he's like, well, I want to see you, I miss you, all kinds of stuff like that. So first though, I need to remember, what do you miss? Because we only did one or two things. So I'm like, okay. So I gets cute, you know, and I entertained that moment. Tell me why. I don't even know why I did that to myself, because this man don't like me. Every time we got into a conversation, it turned into a mini spat. It could be anything from, do you want something to drink, to do you want to go on a rooftop and chill, like all kinds of stuff like that. And it's just, everything was an argument. I don't like being around a man and we keep arguing and all these little tit for tats, and I'm not even the initiator of it. Child, I don't know how one thing led to another, but of course it did, because I don't know how I got, you know, I don't know how I got turned on enough, because it was always something. Even though it's always good, it's just, it's never any depth, you know, it's never any heavy flirtation between the two, because he always got this fucking attitude. So it always feel like he's doing me a favor by being nice, and he's not even being nice. So I'm like, nigga, you hit me up. So anyway, I don't know what to take from it. So I did decide to reach out to him the next day. Like, I don't know what it is, but he didn't even reach out just to one. You know how people leave from in front of you and they go home, you know, like they've been chilling with you and they go home, or y'all out and they go home. You're like, oh, hit me up when you get in the house. That's a serious matter for me. Hit me up when you get in that fucking house. I don't care who you are. So I'm like, okay, sir, you haven't hit me up since we was linked up. And this was like 2 days later. I'm like, what's up with you? Mind you, now he's not responding. When he was trying to get the cat and all up in my DM every other 4 months, I'm like, oh, okay, you're not responding, I bet. So I said, you know what? I'm done with this. I was done with this in my mind. I was done with this with my YouTube channel. And now I'm going to have to actually physically say it to you. I'm sick of your arrogant ass, and we have to be done. We have to be done respectfully. Respectfully. And he was like, I'm not. Then he finally responds and he says, I'm not going to take the belittling from you. Belittling? I don't think that's what this is. I'm telling you what's up, and I'm speaking truth onto the situation. And some, if you wanted to say hello, that's all you had to say. No, I don't want to say hello. I'm a woman. I oblige to your situation. You should be hitting me up. You should be thanking me. You should be praising me because it went down. Okay? So at the end of the day, if you're not showing appreciation, then you just a little cocky, bruh. Like, you real cocky. You think you that bull. So we gonna have to pause on this, because the era that I'm in now, the girl that I am now, the woman that I am becoming, I do not tolerate no type of neglect from a man unnecessarily, be it friend, be it, you know, relationship partner, anything. I'm not taking that type of neglect. You're going to speak to me. You're going to call me when you get in the house. You're going to tell me how beautiful I am, how good of a time you had. You're not going to be cocky and think, oh, I can just hit her up a few months later when I'm ready to smash. Not going to happen. So now he's basically like, he has this attitude. And I said, oh no, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm just not doing it. So another thing is, we met through a form of social media. I've known of him for almost going on maybe 12 years or more. Like, I was in my 20s when I met him, my early 20s. I'm just assuming. So all that time, nigga, and you still hit me up through the same platform that we met on? That's weird. You got my phone number. So I'm talking to my friend about it, my homegirl, and she's like, no, the reason why men do that is because those notifications do not come through like that. You wanted to hide what you have going on, all you got to do is delete the platform. Get what I'm saying? And you can continue the saga of bullshit that you got going on outside of what we got going on. So every time he hits me up after so many messages, I'm like, this is stupid. Just text me or just call me. And then when it gets to the text portion, it's boring and dry. Reason why it's boring and the reason why it's dry is because I need to turn this back up because it's taking forever. But the reason why it's boring is because you're on social media. So meanwhile, while I'm hitting you up, you can be scrolling. You could be hitting up multiple bitches. It could be whatever. But that's the reason why the pace is so slow. So once I see that the charisma really is not there, you know, when you just texting and talking, I'm like, this really ain't the vibe that I thought. You know, I'm putting men in positions that's already made up in my mind. And I think that's our problem as women. Here it is, this man, he's really not that dude. But you have this image of what you want. You want a stand-up guy. You want a guy to come around. You want him to be consistent. You want him to be authentic. You want him to really be into you. So now, once he really comes around, you already got this idea in your mind of what this should be, but you're kind of in a delusion because this man is not that. But because most of the time you're in a position where your eyes is closed, be it when he's in your face, you know, be it in the bedroom, you know, be it kissing and smooching and stuff like that. When you're in a position where your eyes are closed, you can put yourself in a fantasy of anything. And I think that's what it is. It's like I'm giving him so much grace when this nigga don't really deserve that grace. This man really ain't about that life. He really doesn't deserve to be in my energy. And at this point, I'm giving him energy. Every 4 months, you keep hitting me up because we, you know, as humans, we really do transfer energies. There really is a thing. But I think I have come up with a theory is that we get to the point where we can suck up your energy, but we run out of it at the same time. And I think he runs out of my energy every 3 or 4 months and he has to come back. It's a lot of men like that. Every 3 or 4 months, he has to come back. I got a guy that pop up every year. Pop up every time I'm in a relationship. Pop up every time I say I'm over a man. Every time I'm having a man fast. Yeah. And they run out of that energy. Some people run out of it sooner or later. But yeah, I believe that this man literally runs out of my energy every 3 or 4 months. And he has to come back and get it. By any means necessary. And although I never talked about it on the channel, I've had men that still cannot reach me and they will try to do it in another form of fashion. Be it family, be it friends, popping up at houses I don't even live at, popping up at places I don't even be at. Yeah. Men love my energy. And some of them can't deal with my mouth. Because I think I'm keeping it real, but really I'm plucking a nerve when I speak too much realness over the situation. And I think for him, he just not ready for it. And he is a Pisces. Pisces men are assholes. Pisces men are assholes, period. And I think that's why we have such a discourse when it comes to our personality. We can have passionate moments in the bedroom, but as far as our just overall, let me talk to you, let me vibe off of you, I have not vibed off of a Pisces in a very long time because of their attitude. They will pop off, and I'm saying Pisces men, because I don't know any Pisces women. Pisces men will pop off for no reason. So after I blocked them, the next day, I didn't hear anything. So I said, oh, I did right. Shit. The following day, he probably sent another message through social media and said, oh, she blocked me now? Or, oh, I gotta go through this shit again? So he sent another message request. And a message request really, it just lets the person know that this person can't see your shit and that they're still sending a message regardless. And I have to approve on whether I want to open it or not. Once I open it, they ask me if I want to correspond with this person. And like I said, it's my choice or whatever. The next following couple of days, he's going to say, he said, hey, beautiful. I'm sick of the hey, beautiful. I'm sick of the hey, sexy. I'm sick of the what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. They don't never come off of what you doing. It's boring. I need somebody to text me and say, hey, MAKIAH, I miss you terribly. I deeply apologize for whatever miscommunication that we have been having for whatever duration of time. I really need to see you face to face. And at this point, I'm tired of messaging you through this platform. I want to go on to texting and calling you every day and hearing your voice. I actually want to see you tonight. So I don't know what you are doing, but tonight I am free at X amount of time, and I need to see you over a glass of wine and a hot meal. And afterwards, I would love to take you down. That's what I need. That's what I need. If you're not about that life, bruh, do not even engage. You know how you go to a store and you see something that you cannot afford? Clearly, you can't afford what you're after. So why not go to the aisle with the generic shit and just get the regular bitch? It's confusing. But I don't know if y'all heard of Tinder. Tinder now has this dating site where you have to pay $500 to pretty much sign up. And even after you pay that portion or whatever, either before or after, you still have to be approved on whether you can be on the site. And it's supposed to be highly sought after men, highly sought after women. And I'm assuming if you can afford $500 a month, okay, you are considered of a different type of class as far as wealth factor. So this site is supposed to really hook you up with some bomb men and women. I ain't got that kind of money. And plus, I love meeting people authentically. But I know how some people say, oh no, I don't have to be on no dating site. I don't have to do blind dating. I'm too fabulous. Here's the thing. I think sometimes when we just go for the gusto, we run into a lot of men that has red flags. And we don't see the red flags until later in the game. If I had it and I could pay for somebody to see the red flags before I fall in love or catch feelings, I wouldn't mind paying for it at this point. Because at this point, it's getting exhausting. And so are my arms. Whew. Yeah, so at this point, it's getting exhausting. So I feel like, yeah, I don't think I would mind. Y'all tell me, y'all comment below and let me know, would you pay $500 for a dating site so they can kind of fish through the problematic men and the no good men and just give you a selection of good men that's ready to do? Y'all let me know, would y'all do that shit? Please comment below what sign of men or women you can't tolerate. If you are a man, what sign really just don't rub with you in love and relationships? And for women, what sign for men you can't like deal with? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what. And kind of tell me what's tea. Like, do you feel like y'all get along in the bedroom, but in actual relationship, y'all can't stand each other? Like, what? For me, it's all the signs that I'm supposed to be with. All the compatible signs for me never work out. It's always the ops. I get along with the ops. They say Scorpios belong with Cancers. I cannot stand being in a relationship with a Cancer. They say Pisces. I can't stand being with a Pisces. Pisces literally take me out. They take me out of the game. Like, I can't breathe around a Pisces. Pisces, I feel smothered. Cancers, I feel are very manipulative. And what is it? Geminis? Geminis really never reveal themselves to me. I think that's because they kind of scared of my stinger in terms of Scorpion type of thing. But they never really reveal their other side. It's always their better side. So really, Geminis, I've been cool with a Gemini. As a friend. We ain't never been in love, but we've been pretty cool as friends. A guy friend. You know what I mean? Scorpion women, love them. Love them. Cancer women, love them. Love them. Okay? Pisces women, they alright. They cool as shit. Like, they regular. It ain't no thing. But the men, shish. But Pisces men, they will give you the best D they got. The best D. Every Pisces man I ever met, oh my God. That's the fucking problem. I can't understand nothing else, but I understand that. Woo. Shit. Every Pisces man I ever had me dickmatized. I don't want you, but I want you. We got beef, but I want you. I love this unit because the part go nice and far back. I done wore her straight, long. Then I think about it. I had this wig all summer. I like her. She nice. She cute. Okay, Bob. Okay, Bob. Thumbnail. Even if my name was Nelly Nine, you bitches still couldn't check me. What's the other? She got a new song about, well, not about, but she got a new little verse that's going viral about a bob. I gotta find it because the bob is bobbing. What I like to do in the back, I like to kind of curl it a little tighter. That way you can really see the layers that's in the back. Even if my name was Nelly Nine, you bitches still could check me. At this point, we've been chatting up a storm. I love y'all. We had a good vlog session. Y'all spent 24 hours with me. So, peace. And until next time.